Queen Elizabeth II commissioned him to write the music for her funeral a decade before she passed. Now you have the chance to hear Sir James MacMillan's, okay, you have to emphasize that a little more. Sir James MacMillan's music in person. He's here in Minnesota for a series of joint concerts between the Minnesota Orchestra and Vocal Essence over the next week. We're simply honored to have you here in this studio and to have you in Minnesota, and just thank you for being here.
You're very welcome. It's great to be back.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thank you for coming up this early in the morning. You had a show last night.
I did. I was conducting the Minnesota Orchestra in Orchestra Hall, and I was thrilled that they're one of the top US orchestras. I said to their CEO last night that these concerts represent a career high for me, working with such a fine group of musicians. So I was delighted with last night.
And that's what I wanted to ask you. Why come to the Twin Cities? Why come to Minnesota?
Because the Minnesota Orchestra is world famous. They've toured all over the world. They're known as one of the top orchestras in the United States. They have a commitment to new music, which is important for people like me, composers who are still alive, as it were. Over the years, their previous directors have performed a lot of my music here in Minnesota, and it's wonderful for me to finally come and actually stand in front of them myself and conduct not just my music, but some of my favorite composers from the past.
Yeah, and to share that enjoyment. Well, we have a clip from some of last night's performance. Let's take a quick look. Okay, that was a rehearsal, but you can get a taste of what you were doing there, and it's beautifully done. Let me ask you, when the Queen herself or her staff asked you to compose a song for her funeral, what did that mean to you, and how do you begin to do it?
Well, it was a very significant moment for me. I'm not sure exactly how much an involvement the Queen herself had in it, although it must have been cleared with her or with her son, who's now the King, and the staff. But what I remember was being called into quite a cloak and dagger meeting at Westminster Abbey, and it was the music staff that I dealt with there, and they then asked me if I would write a piece for the Queen's funeral. And in 2011, she was very much alive, and I was asked to keep it very, very quiet and not tell anyone. I did tell my wife and children, but I knew my children, with them, anything I said to them usually went in one ear and out the other anyway. They wouldn't tell anyone. So we kept it quiet for 11 years, and I delivered the music very quickly. I did know that I was asked to set one of her favourite biblical passages, "Who shall separate us from the love of Christ?" And I delivered the music. It went into a drawer at the Abbey and stayed there for the next 11 years.
Wow. I just can't imagine you going home and being like, all right, time to write the Queen's funeral song, getting focused.
Yeah, it's quite an experience.
What can people expect if they want to come out and see you at these shows?
Well, we're repeating the Minnesota Orchestra concert tonight in Orchestra Hall. It's a mixture of old and new. The new is me. I'm performing two works of my own, a big orchestral piece. We just heard and saw a clip from the rehearsal of a big piece called Woman of the Apocalypse. It's a big, vivid, busy piece of music that uses the full orchestra. But I'm also doing music by the likes of Richard Wagner, and I fell in love with Wagner's music when I was a little boy, and Rimsky-Korsakov, and Rachmaninoff, one of the great Russian composers from earlier in this century. So it's a mixture of music that the audience here would know if they know those composers, and music they don't know yet, probably, in my music.
Yeah. Well, great. It is, again, it's an honor to have you here, and I wish everybody could go out and see your performance, because it's a real treat having you in the Twin Cities here.
It's great to be here. Thank you very much.
No, it's our pleasure. And Sir James's the performance will be at the Minnesota Orchestra tonight, 7 o'clock. It's at Orchestra Hall in downtown Minneapolis. Then on April 4th, there's a free concert at St. Paul Cathedral, the beautiful cathedral, at 7:30. And then your last concert is April 6th at the Ordway in St. Paul, correct?
Yep.
Well, great. And we got a link to more of that information. You can check it out. It's at KARE11.com. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.